I ain't. Yo, YouTube. We reacting to this video right here. It's like a crime video, but yeah, like the dispatchers, bro, be like they be asking too much questions. It's like all they gotta do is ask your name and your address, bro. Anything else, like they should be asking that when they get there, bro. They be asking too many questions, and then like just send the cops there or the police, like the ambulance. Like,
they're waiting in the bed. I'm assuming it's some.
Okay, where are you right now, ma'am? Okay, we have officers there. Where are you right now?
I'm upstairs. They come inside. I'm upstairs.
Okay, she's upstairs.
Please, guys, wake up, please.
We gotta get in there with the rest of you. Let's just go in. Let's just go in. I think we have enough. 42 locations.
Police!
Police department!
Police!
Yeah, come on! Coming upstairs!
Coming out!
Let's do what's that. I got the light here.
There's blood all over.
I didn't see her. Is there anybody else in the house, ma'am? Come on, what? Is there anybody else in the house? I don't know.
What's going on? Okay.
Okay, ma'am, do you have any weapons? No, I don't have any weapons. I'm gonna have you step out here with me, okay? Come on here. Come on here.
When officers made it to this horrifying scene, they quickly escorted the traumatized mother out of the room, and inside, they found her 3 kids. Brian.
Bros, you know, for people that do this, like, you know, like these.
well, can you say this on? Yeah, you can. I feel like for people who unalive kids should get a death penalty, bro. Like anything involving kids is just a no, bro. Like it don't even have to be unalive and dumb. It could just be like R, you feel me? Or like, you feel me? Like weird shit like that. Like anything involving kids, I feel like whoever did something to like harm kids, I feel like should get the death penalty, bro.
These types of officers that do this type of stuff, man, you gotta give them a salute, bro, because this definitely can't be like mentally right in the head, like wise. This is not healthy, dog. Like imagine, bro, like you just woke up on a normal work day, man, and you get called into something like this, bro. This is just sad, dog. This is just straight up sad, bro.
And Cassidy and Gideon, all lying in the same bed, completely unresponsive. As of now, all the information officers have comes from Debbie's 911 call, where she claimed her husband committed the act. However, he is nowhere to be found, so they decide to ask her.
You haven't spoken to him at all today? No.
That's not
Okay.
on Friday.
Where are you coming from, sir?
Where am I coming from?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's fine.
Debbie would go on to explain that she drove to this house to pick up the kids from Jason Carroll's, her 36-year-old ex.
This dude just looks weird, bro. This dude just looked funny.
Like he looked like, I ain't gonna lie, he looked like a bull that mess with kids, bro. Like he just looked like I could just look at a guy's face and like their facial features, especially the niggas with glasses, bro. They be the weird ones, gang. You really gotta watch out. Like girls, bro, you really gotta watch out for niggas that look like this. You really gotta watch out, because 90 or 80% time, them niggas be weird, bro.
Hey, man. Like, straight up. He just like one of them kids, bro, that sat in the corner before the exit way in school, bro, by himself, dog, with a big ass book bag. Like, and was just talking to himself or something. Like, bro, you just...
It be them nerdy looking like type niggas that be the weird ones, bro.
Like, Ladies, y'all gotta choose y'all damn boyfriends, your husbands, your fiancés. Please be a little bit smarter. Whatever you can, try to do a background check. Even if you hear some weird story that they did back in middle school or something, man, like, bro, stop. Like, you just stop messing. Like, man.
Ex-husband with whom she'd been going through a divorce. 2 days prior to this crime, Debbie said she had given Jason their 3 kids to spend time with him, not realizing this would be the last time she saw them alive. When it was time to pick them back up, Jason wouldn't answer the calls, making Debbie grow nervous.
By the way, this crime video where we watching is about the husband killed his 3 children because of his wife divorced him. Crazy. By the way, if you don't know what this video is.
That's when she decided to check up on her children herself, only to discover the scene Jason left behind. These facts alone are enough to make Jason the prime suspect. Police officers decide to check on the whole house and confirm that the suspect is on the loose and not hiding somewhere at the crime scene.
I want to make sure no one is hiding in the house that we're missing out on. If you guys want to be, I'm going to check the rest of these rooms. Police department! I got a knife in the bathroom.
You got a knife there?
I got a knife in the bathroom. Okay.
Let's leave the house.
This address sounds familiar. Okay, I'll come from over here. I'm looking there. No, I don't see anything in here. So I feel pretty confident up here. I'm guessing we shouldn't have anybody but a rescue come up, right?
Rescue's coming up.
That's it.
It seems like Jason is not in the house. The only thing this female officer finds is this knife near the bloodied sink, along with a bloody razor blade. These could be possible murder weapons that Jason used in this disturbing crime. However, when the medical examiners arrived at the scene and had their first look of the victims, they would quickly dismiss this theory entirely.
So, I don't see this. Do you guys see the wounds on the kids? Because there's a lot of blood. I don't want to make you guys touch or anything with the body.
I don't see anything other than blood to the hands here.
I mean, it's nothing that would ever be worth resuscitating at this point because they're just... What I'm wondering is if this is Dad.
I'm not sure whose that is, but I don't believe it's one of their.
The victims had large, strange markings on their necks. The lips, skin, and even nails on all 3 of them were completely blue. It was clear the victims had been choked, but there were no signs of stab wounds or similar on their bodies. This made the officers question where exactly all the blood had come from. In every room the officers would look through, there were pools of it, especially in the master bedroom where the victims were found. This is where one of the officers would find a trail of blood droplets leading downstairs into the kitchen, where she would find their biggest clue yet. A letter to Debbie. Despite the difficult handwriting, there are several clues in the narrative proving that Jason Carrolls wrote this note and left it in plain sight for Debbie to find. According to Jason, their marriage lasted for 7 years before they filed for divorce and fought in court over the full custody of their children. Halfway through the note, it seems that Jason lost the court. And this is also confirmed by the disturbing sentence written in the middle of the note. If I can't have them, neither can you. Finally, Jason ends the letter by saying he would end everything on his terms. Yet, it wasn't the most...
Fellas, like I understand, like, if you're going through divorce, if you're going through a toxic BM or something like that, bro, and she's taking you through thick and thin, trying to see the kids and then run up that child support money, bro, you gotta just be a man at the end of the day and keep it pushing, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, God is real, and God is gonna prevail and put you and get you through anything possible, bro. The last thing you should ever do is take it out on the kids, bro. The last thing you should ever do is take it out on the kids, bro. Like, the dude is a straight up loser, dog. The sad thing is, too, like, even if she hypothetically didn't divorce him and put him through all that, he would have did this anyway. He would have ended up doing some weirdo-ish anyway, dog. Like, but, bro, don't take it out on the kids, bro. Just be strong, bro, and push through. All dark times never last. There's always sunshine at the end of the tunnel.
Horrifying
and just
thing
because-
the officer would discover in this.
And just because she got the kids don't mean you can't see them. Like, just because you got full custody of the kids, bro, it don't mean that you can't see them. So what do you mean when you say, like, there's still a chance? Like, you feel me?
Same room, she'd find another writing, now on the board. I'm sorry, I loved them too much to leave them behind. You promised, you swore, you lied. This is not just evidence. This is a confession that whatever happened to their kids, he knows the absolute truth. But if he did what he promised to do, then police officers would have more trouble finding his body than his confession. But luck was on the officer's side this time. Something was missing in that house, specifically in the garage.
Car?
Jason's red 2010 Nissan Maxima, a significant clue that would help them find Jason. Moments later, the Round Lake Beach police would alert police departments across the Chicago area to look for that exact car. The clock was ticking, but it wouldn't be long before an Illinois state officer discovered a car that fit the description perfectly and attempted a traffic stop.
See, it's like, you do stupid ass psychotic crimes like this, bro.
And still be in the same car that you did the crime in. Like, how dumb can you be? How dumb can you do a crime in a car, right? And still driving around in the same car? Some dumb nigga shit.
Like, and it just goes for anybody, bro. You pulling off homicides and stuff and pulling off just hot boy-ish, bro. Like, you're using the same, like, bro, you realize that license plate, bro, cops can easily ping that. Like, let's say you in a random county in Texas, bro. They can ping that license plate or ping that exact car or just ping the brand name of the car, bro. And they can pull up every single car. Let's say if it's a Nissan or whatever. They can pull up every single Nissan in this specific county.
Okay.
Whether if there's like 500... Nissan, bro. So all
They quick weren't
narrow it down to the license plate. Like,
They weren't sure if this was their guy until the driver stepped on the gas and sped away quickly. This would result in a major police chase that would draft helicopters and a dozen units, ending in absolute disaster. But before we get to that, we gotta talk about the sponsor of today's video.
Oopsie.
That's helicopter equipped with thermal vision. The adrenaline pumping chase continued like this for 17 minutes, with police driving as fast as possible, but Jason somehow going quicker, even managing to slip out of the helicopter's vision for a brief time.
You got visual?
Stationary westbound center with K92.
From our westbound passenger, westbound passenger.
Alright, 132, I'm following on the state units. Looks like he's got a 1050 on 80.
Outside shoulder now, outside shoulder. Go right on him now, he's caught up the traffic.
541 on him.
I got him too, I got him too. Yep, moving over. Come up on bridge, come up on bridge. Outside shoulder.
If Jason had more fuel than the helicopter, there might have been a slight chance he could have gotten away. But suddenly, this happens.
Westbound past Chicago, Steel Bridge coming up.
Yes, thanks.
Steel Bridge coming up. Continuing. Vehicles off the roadway. Vehicles off the roadway here at, he came all the way down, sorry. Water Street, Water
bitch
Street
ass
in
nigga
Duncan.
get,
Water
man.
Street, Duncan.
What you fell off the...
I can't see. Can you see?
I got no eyes on him, got no eyes on him. Keep him there! All right, man, keep him there!
Yo,
Can you see his hands?
Crazy, man. Just off the rip of what he did to them. Obviously, they don't have the full proof, but I mean, they do have the full proof. They just wrote the letter, bro. I know, obviously, it's illegal for them to do that, man. Just off the rip of them, him ending the lives of those kids like that, bro. Man, they should have busted out the entire clip, man.
that's what I was saying. I wish they, like, he fell off the.
Put your hands on the car. Put your other
He
hand on the
fell
car.
off. I don't know if he can.
Hey, welcome to the car.
No nuts, no nuts.
I wish they fell. I ain't trying to say nothing out of pocket. That's going like. I ain't trying to say nothing too crazy. That's why I'm trying. I'm not trying to say certain stuff. But bro, I wish they fell off the cliff, bro.
What? Land right now.
Bro, he has the most slappable, punchable face ever, bro. It's literally pussy ass niggas like this, bro, that literally he would never ever try any type of dude, bro. He's the only type people that has weak links and stuff, bro. He's the only type to try weak links.
Hey man, can you move your feet?
He said his plan was to drive on the wall.
Don't move your legs. You go your toes right now. Anything else, right? You know? Let's keep your eyes open for us, okay, bud? What's that? That's good, man. Hey, good news to you here. Anyone? I mean, besides yourself.
Further inspection of Jason's state proves that Jason is unharmed, but clearly struggles to stay semi-conscious. But even then, he has enough strength to admit what he did back at the house.
What are you doing, Brains? What's that? You think you're your kids? They tried to... Okay, man. I woke up, and all of a sudden, they were dead. You don't remember what happened? I mean, I know what I did, but I didn't feel like it.
Bro, off the rip, that officer, you just smack the hell out of him, bro. Just right off the rip. Come on, just one smack just smack him one time in the face, bro. Just take that fine, man. Come on, do it for everybody, man.
All right, man. Well, we're here to help you, okay?
You don't deserve help, bro.
Where are you from?
Bro needs a chair ASAP.
I've heard some stuff. I mean, it's all kind of new to me. I'm not gathering up based on what you said.
So hey, we gotta get him out, but I want to keep control of his hands. You know what I'm saying? Figure this out with the fire department.
For the next 10 minutes, a team of rescuers would be working hard to cut off the roof of his vehicle and get him out safely. Although he looks mostly uninjured, the EMS cannot take their chances and take him to the nearest hospital. It would be an absolute miracle for Jason not to have any damages, especially after a disastrous crash. He somehow survived, escaping death this day. But the person he couldn't escape, no matter what, was Detective Barrera. After being informed of Jason's stable condition, he and his partner were dispatched to the hospital. Their only goal was to get as much information out of Jason as possible about what had happened hours earlier, but more importantly, why it happened. To do this, they'd start with talking about his relationship to his former wife and the mother of his children.
So what's going on you and your wife, man? I mean, it's from my understanding that you guys have had some issues, or
well, my side of it is you can go and look back at like text messages, phone calls, like since we know each other. I've always complained about how she makes up things to justify how she treats me, and I put up with it because I have no self-worth. And then and she's always like manipulating me and they put me down and been mean to me.
Now, it still has literally -0 excuses on what he did. But let's not sit up here and act like, women don't be trying to antagonize men in the same.
Yeah, but that don't matter. For like, That don't matter, bro. You can't take up for this man, bro. He gotta get the death penalty, bro. You gotta remember, Flight, he killed kids. I understand what you're saying, but you can't say that. Like, because that's basically defending him. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you don't even know if he's telling the truth or not. And if he is telling the truth, it still don't matter. Because don't matter how bad a girl manipulate you or try to put you down, bro, it still don't make up the fact that he killed his kids. It's not like it was her kids. He killed him and her kids. Like, you know how evil you gotta be to kill your kids, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
What you seen, you should have been strong enough to leave. You should have been strong enough to move on. You sat there and stayed. Oh!
It's like I'm not even being mean. It's more like it's like she said something mean or rude that's not true to hurt me. So I say something mean back because I know if I say something mean, she'll tell me the truth.
Clearly, this doesn't make much sense. It seems like Jason might be trying to portray his wife as a manipulative and toxic partner.
Even if that's the case, bro, that doesn't give you no excuse to do what you did to your kids, bro. Go through that divorce, bro, and just keep it pushing, bro.
However, it's hard to tell.
Weirdo. Just look at his face. You can't tell me he don't look like a weirdo. Just look. You can't tell me he's a normal person. Like, come on, gang.
Keep it pushing, bro.
However, it's hard to tell.
Bro, trying to get a sympathy card, man. Like, no one's trying to hear that.
Feeling, or simply an attempt to gain sympathy from the officer. So Detective Barrera decides to keep digging.
So, what all transpired today? I mean, you guys are married still, from my understanding, or
separated?
You guys are separated, but legally still married.
I found out the day before yesterday that she cheated on me and left me for another guy the day after my birthday.
Okay.
And then
damn, you know what I have a feeling? I feel like he's gonna try and play crime of passion. If you guys ever heard about that, so basically, like, it's basically a crime. Basically, if like somebody, like, the definition of it is like, for his example, if let's say he catches his significant other cheating, his girl cheating or whatever, like he walks into the house and catches her cheating, like literally in the act, and then he offs the girlfriend and offs like the dude or whatever, like there's actually like cases where people have like gotten lesser sentences because of they got, you know, the crime of passion like charged towards them, and basically it's just like a crime where somebody doesn't have control of their emotions or something like that. But it's still without a doubt no excuse, bro. She cheated on you with one dude, cheated on you with 5 dudes, cheated on you with
it's not the same because at the end of the day, the kids wasn't like, it's not the same, bro.
Your best friend, bro, from high school, bro. What excuse is that, man?
The truth is I thought she was keeping the kids from me. But the truth is she was seeing somebody instead of like calling me with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I found out she was cheating and she was lying, just lying to me. And like, I was just very adamant about it. Because, like, when you're with someone for 7 years, like, you know their poker face. You know when they're lying to you.
I get you.
Like, and especially someone that lies as much as she does to me and yourself.
Jason is describing his wife as manipulative, mean, and the problem in their relationship, which seems unlikely given what they know he's done. This conversation is going nowhere, so the officer decides to move on to more important things. What happened to the kids?
If I'm being honest with you, sir, I don't know why I did what I did, but like I know what I told myself when I did it. You know what I mean? Like,
what was that?
And it was like that they were that like they deserved to be with me, and I felt like she was neglecting them, and I wanted myself, and for some reason I thought it was okay to hurt them too. I don't.
Give him the chair, bro. Give him the chair.
Why I do that?
Nah, matter of fact, give him one of those old 360 BC punishments that we reacted to a few weeks ago. Them really harsh and cruel punishments they was doing like thousands years. You need to get one of them punishments, bro. You're just looking for the sympathy card, bro. There's no, it's just sad, dog.
Be together,
Sad,
you know,
man.
and whatever's after this life, like, you know, and like the whole time I was trying to keep myself at home, I kept telling myself they're waiting for you. You have to be with them.
Is it something that you wanted to, for her to feel your pain in that sense, or you know?
See, yes or no to that,
Okay.
honestly. I don't think so.
Okay. What exactly would-
Honestly, I just didn't want to be in pain. And I think I told myself that, and you'll actually hear it in the last time we talked. I told her, it's like, if I'm not around, you're just going to start taking it out on him, and they don't deserve that. And I think I felt like I was saving him. I don't know why.
Saving them in what sense?
From going through the pain that I did.
It's almost as though he believes what he did was reasonable, at least in the moment he did it. If this is indeed the case, it's likely he is genuinely mentally ill, which means he
has his last. So he's trying to file for the insanity charge. He's trying to file for that crime of passion, bro. I feel like all that is a finesse. The fact that he went out of his way and wrote a letter like that, bro, like,
limited control over what he did and can claim that in a court of law. But regardless of if he is mentally ill or not, detectives still need to build a case against him. So they decide to dig deeper into what exactly he did to his kids.
Kind of walk me through today, kind of what was going on. How were the kids? Were they joyful, playful?
They were awesome.
Yeah? I mean, they wasn't like frustrating.
Like, this was yesterday and the day before.
What was?
I did everything I did. I started doing this morning at 1 in the morning.
So 1 in the morning is when everything happened?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what was going on?
Bro, you going to hell, bro. You put them kids through suffering in the middle of their sleep, bro. Like,
because I know you guys spoke on the phone yesterday, right?
Yeah.
What time did your guys' phone call end?
I want to say about midnight.
About midnight?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys' phone call ends around midnight.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Were you drinking? You say you don't drink, right? Okay. No. Hey. No, absolutely. Okay. So then what kind of happened? What kind of triggered you? After the phone call ended, were kids sleeping or were they up?
We were
Everybody was
watching TV, and then I knew I had to give him a bath.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like, I just, something in my brain snapped because of the things she said to me on the phone.
What was it that she said?
That I you know, it's weird because she did say some nice things to me in the end, but it's like, she said that was nothing, that I deserved nothing, that I was a terrible father, a terrible husband, and like all these things, and it was like, I don't know, like, something snapped in me, and like, and I know that makes it seem like I was trying to get back at her, but it was like, it was never about getting back at her.
You can't say she was telling you was a terrible father, right? And then go kill your kids and then tell the officer she was saying I'm a terrible father. Nigga, you just killed your kids. Hello? What are we saying?
As fucked up as it sounds, was doing something for myself.
Okay.
And like, that's what I told myself.
Yeah.
The detective makes a final note and leaves Jason on a little break before they can continue questioning. There might be something Jason hasn't mentioned yet. Something like a sheet of paper with his handwriting lying on a kitchen table and a short note on the board. Detective Barrera comes back shortly after and informs Jason that there will be cops watching him for the next 24 hours to make sure he doesn't run away or try to harm himself. Barrera then recites the whole timeline to ensure they're on the right track, with Jason making minor adjustments to the story, and eventually Barrera stops to question Jason about one final crucial detail.
One thing I did want to ask was, so I know one of the officers noticed there was a note left on the what was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Now was that when you left the house?
So like, something snapped at me. I wrote the letter and then I did it.
Okay. That makes sense then. I haven't seen it, so that's why I was just looking for some help there.
So I think it starts off with, like I mentioned about how she swore on the kids' lives that she wasn't cheating on me, and like, you know.
He keep going with this. Oh, she was cheating on me. Oh, she was manipulating me. Oh, she was neglecting my like. What are you saying? Bro, you think the cops care about if she was cheating on you or not after you just killed 3 kids? You think the cops care? You saying it for no reason. Stop trying to say, oh, she was cheating on you. We don't care if she was cheating on you or not. That still don't cover up the fact that you killed 3 kids. I mean, like, nigga, death penalty.
And I said, I hope it was worth it. It was like, it wasn't like, I hope it was worth it, I'm getting back at you. I was hoping it was worth it, like you pushed me to do something for myself. Like, kind of.
Okay. So she swore on the kids' lives that she wasn't cheating on you.
Yeah.
In reality, she was.
Snap. Like, I don't know, maybe like.
So then you, basically in your head, you're saying, you're thinking, and again, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Any moment, if
I'll admit, part of me thought, like, if she's gonna swear in their lives, they belong to be with me, like, you know, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This statement confirms the writing on the board. You promised, you swore, you lied. It seems like his supposed mental illness and urge to, quote, save his children were not his only reasons for doing this. These statements make it seem like Jason partly did this to get back at his ex-wife for cheating on him, leaving him, and taking his children.
Instead of bossing up, blowing up, working harder on himself, he could have hit the gym, bro. He could have had a huge glow-up arc, bro. But instead, you took it out on your kids and decided to be a fucking platinum menace to society, bro. Like,
almost seems like he did all this to make her feel what he felt. However, at this point, Jason needed to rest, and the officers decided they were best off continuing interrogations the next day.
That's crazy. They give him a whole day to rest.
Early the following morning, police officers would escort Jason out of the hospital in a...
I need to be in jail right now. Like, he don't deserve to be in the hospital. He don't deserve to sleep in the hospital bed comfortably.
Robe and get him to the police station, where he would be placed inside an empty room and left with his thoughts. However, he was unaware that his ex-wife Debbie was sitting in an interrogation area only feet away from him. Wow. Debbie is sitting in a room filled with toys, coloring books, and a comfortable sofa, an extreme contrast to that of Jason's interrogation room. The reason for this is that they know for certain Debbie wasn't behind any of this, and that she's likely extremely traumatized and vulnerable right now. Their best chance at getting any information from her is to ensure that she feels as comfortable and safe as possible. Jason, on the other hand, will be put under pressure to confess as much as possible. As of now, Debbie has no confirmation that Jason was the killer. She also doesn't know that he was caught just hours earlier. So now, it's time to break the news.
I know we spoke earlier. I'm sorry, I don't, this isn't part of my job I enjoy. I do have to officially, do this, and I have to notify you that he did your 3 children. I believe it. Did you find him? Yes. Is he dead? No. Where'd you find him? The police chased about an hour and 30 minutes away from here. He's in custody, and we're gonna do our best. I'm a detective on the detective unit. We're gonna charge him as best as we can. We're gonna do this right.
Everything Jason said up to this point was nothing but his own version of events. And Debbie, well, she never got the chance to talk about what she saw that day and what it made her feel. As a victim, her voice matters the most, and that voice would be the final nail in Jason's coffin.
I woke up, I ate, I didn't contact them until I was on the way to get them because they had the doctor's appointment today.
I went to Walmart to get diapers. I went to Walmart to get some pants for their playback. I get a bathing suit for my daughter. And then I went there and I opened the garage door and didn't notice anything. I didn't think about it. I walked in and I looked to the right and I saw the door broken off the hinges. And then I saw drops of blood. And then I turned around and looked in the garage and I saw that his car was gone. I started calling him because I thought maybe he took the kids or went somewhere. And then I heard his phone upstairs. So I started walking up the stairs and I just saw more blood and then just started saying to myself, no God, please no, please no. And I go in the room and I saw all three of them there on the bed. And they were waking up. They were so cold.
While Debbie was spilling her heart out, little did she know, Jason was sitting in the room next to her, staring down into the emptiness. Her ex-husband, the father of their kids, and a vicious murderer. It's hard to understand what he thinks.
Hold up.
At that moment, the memories he had with his children, or the regret he feels for making them leave this world too early. After 10 minutes of complete silence, Detective Barrera returns to the interrogation room for his second and last conversation with Jason, with no idea that he was about to discover a major piece of this story that could have prevented this entire massacre from ever happening.
How's your work situation? Do you work during the weekend? No, I don't work at all. That's why I felt like I should be watching and seeing them a lot more. Okay, all right. How long have you been unemployed?
Got kids and you don't work.
Since December? Okay. What did you do before? I worked at Bob's Crab House. Bob's Crab.
Fuck, you think this is a world that you just like don't have to work? And like, what do you think this is? Like, why are you not working?
Okay. You still keep in contact with your
Imagine the employees there, bro. They probably like.
No. Okay. So, ever talk to any of them? I did reach out to one of them after I found out that he was cheating because she had claimed that she met him at a bar and that one of her coworkers gave him her number. So I just messaged whoever. I was like, hey, can I ask you a question? And he was like, oh, sorry, I didn't get that. I was like, oh, never mind. Like, I figured it out. And then I kind of broke down later, and I was like, I just found out. And I told him, like, everything, because he was the one person that I felt like I could trust. Have you talked to him since? No, I had this. How long ago have you had contact with him? That was, like, 2 days, or that was, like, Saturday or Sunday. And so Saturday, the kids get dropped off. Around what time did they get dropped off? I want to say 1. It was afternoon. Afternoon? Yeah. Okay. How were the kids? Were they happy to see you? Joyful? Yeah, they were happy to see me. And like, well, because the kids were outside playing on the swings and stuff. So like, I started asking around. Like I was very like calm and I was just asking questions about like who she was seeing and like how she met him and stuff. And then, and she would say, like, she didn't want to talk about it anymore. And I would say stuff like, what do you have to lose? Like whether you cheated on me or not, it doesn't change anything with the custody battle. Because Illinois, like, I know the law, but, like, it wasn't a bad, like, exchange. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. It was just, I had handled it great until I had got mad and texted her later, and like I don't remember what I said in the text. Okay. Because I was just so mad that she was like that she's still lying to me, okay. and that yeah. So then you sent her a message, and you and I was getting upset too because she kept saying stuff like you should be spending time with the kids, and I'm like, I'm messaging you because they're sleeping. Like, I'm messaging you because like I'm.
Damn, like,
Like, I was very, like, calm, and I was just so mad that she was like, I sent her a message, and you sent her a message, and I was like, I'm messaging you because they're sleeping. Like, I'm messaging you because like they're sleeping. Like, I mean,
didn't just hear nothing he just said. I am not like.
I can play with them and text you at the same time, but you know.
With all of these events combined, there would be one last phone call that pushed Jason to his limits. But that same phone call could have prevented this murder, if not for Jason's hatred.
And you mentioned it was the phone call that kind of set things off, maybe.
That's the thing, like, I mean, there was a phone call, and then about a half hour, 45 minutes later is when I started everything. But like, even the phone call, it's like it ended well. You know, like it had a great ending. Even the phone call, like she was willing. Sounded like she was willing to work with me and stuff, but I think I just didn't believe it, like, you know, and I just didn't want, I know it sounds up, it messed up, but I just didn't want this to end, like I wanted to be with them forever. And I felt like the
only 3 minutes left, bro.
It sounds like Jason actually was close to resolving a lot of his frustration with Debbie. But something after this call and before the attack must have triggered him to go through with this insane and horrifying plan.
Like, I don't mean, like, I don't want to hurt her, but I'll say some things sometimes to hurt her because she hurt me. And, like, but I wasn't doing it to hurt her. Like, that was not my intent. Because, like, if that's what I wanted, I would have, if I really wanted to hurt her, I would have stayed home. I would have waited for her to see the kids like that, and I would have hurt her too. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I would have.
I believe you, Jason. Yeah, I don't think by any means am I sitting here saying you wanted to hurt her, you know? I mean, again.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Now, you knew at some point she would come and find you guys.
What Detective Barrera just said catches Jason by surprise, because his actions contradict his statements heavily. How could Jason claim that he didn't plan to hurt her when all his actions would ultimately lead to Debbie finding all 3 of them unresponsive?
It wasn't until about like noon, 12:30, like so 12 hours later almost, that's when I realized like she's gonna be here soon. Like I can't, like I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to, I can't be here when she's here because I'm just gonna end up hurting her to give myself more time to be with them. Yeah. And so like my whole thought process. I don't bring it in.
2000's menace. Ill declared to discover the gruesome scene traumatizing her forever. All of this made it clear, not just to detectives, but later a jury, that he was mentally ill and was not fully in control over what he did. In June of 2022, he was charged with 3 counts of first.
Wait, hold up. Yo, bro. If he don't get life, I'ma be so mad.
Degree murder, and in February of 2024 pleaded guilty but mentally ill. This means he will serve a life sentence without the possibility of parole, while also receiving mental health treatment. After the story went public, Debbie chose to start a GoFundMe page in order to raise money for the funeral and court expenses, gaining over $70,000. As of December 2024, she's decided to maintain her privacy, but we can hope she's doing her best to move forward and recover from this tragedy.
I don't know how anybody could, man, move on. Like, there's just something that's gonna be stuck with you, obviously, day in and day out, every minute in the day. Like, it's just sad all along, bro. Honestly, bro,